Greetings, my beloved. Welcome to my digital empire. This is Waleta Kiran, aka Key, and I'm chilling at my friend's place. And today's topic would be miscommunication or communication in general, how the energy of communication works. And in fact, every communication is related to our throat chakra, and it's the area is here on our throats, and the chakra governs our communication skill, how whether we are good communicator or bad communicators. It's just depends upon the openness or the closeness of your throat chakra. So anyways, the reason why I want to talk about communication today is because there was a communication gap between me and my friend. I'm actually chilling at a place, and she's Indian. She's a very beautiful spirit, but she doesn't want to go public, or she doesn't want to be seen and in the video. She doesn't want to be a part of the video. She's a very private person, so you will hear her voice, but she's not going to be part of the video. So I'm gonna ask her first how she feels about our miscommunication that we had a day before. um, she's actually my client, my Reiki client. That's how we met, and I
Yes.
treated her, and it was very intense and fruitful. But after that, she was scared of me. She wanted to know me and stuff like that. She's gonna tell you everything about how she felt during the session and the feeling that she had around our meetup in general.
Yes. My name is Anju and I'm from India.
So you have to raise your voice though.
There, yeah, hi. So my name is Anju and I'm from India. The miscommunication happened between me and Keys because I kind of like you a lot. I liked you a lot. The first time I spoke to you, I was very free. I was myself. I could just speak from my heart. I opened up, and then I met you. It was a very different energy that I experienced. What happened after the session was your readings, the way you studied about me. Some it scared me. It was fact. Most of them were fact. It was very connected. It was very relating, and my body was all like in goosebumps all the time when you were talking, and I was in tears when you were doing the ceremony, and after the ceremony also I was in tears. You know it, and the best part was like you came and hugged me in between and I was crying. Like, I do that, nobody has done this to me. So I was always expecting someone to be like me, and then there's someone who is just behaving the way I've treated people. So that was shocking. That was scaring. Every time when I experience happiness, I get scared. I don't know how to experience that. Pain I can. So then it made me suspicious, and you said things way beyond my imagination, way beyond human imagination, human intelligence. That's something I've always suspicious about learning. Like Shiva, like Buddha, like Jesus Christ, like Muhammad Nabi. How did they attain that? How did they reach that? How could they access it by just sitting in one single place? They could access the whole universe, whole being, whole existence, whole cosmic.
Yeah.
So that thing scared me, when you just said something that's beyond my intelligence and my
Maybe
belief.
maybe it could it be it's because you don't want to come into your power. You said that it scares you what you
Yeah, it
can
scares me.
become.
It scares me
So
when magic happens in my life.
whenever you have an experience with someone that reminds you of what you're capable of and the things that you can be, it scares
It
you.
scares me.
So you see, like, I didn't think it was personal when we go through that miscommunication, but I just wanted to understand it from your perspective, and now you're telling me it's a new thing.
Yeah,
It's
it's a new
it's
thing.
it's not something that I have anticipated. I tried to stay open, like I will hear from her whatever it is, the reason why she behaved in a way that she did. She's going to explain it to me, right? But then the last time I tried to ask you, like in the message, I said, if there is anything that I said that offended you, like, I can apologize. Can you tell me what's wrong? Why are we not communicating? Why do you keep saying I'll get back to you, I'll get back to you every time we were
I
in
was just
communication?
processing. I was
And then
just
you kept
processing.
on you kept on making plan with me to spend the holiday with together.
The
But then
holiday, the new year. In
the
fact, the
new
whole
year,
humans, the whole universe believe that's the most important day.
yes,
Like you want to wake up
exactly.
with the right person.
Yep. So you invited me over, but you didn't follow through that invitation. And you know, as I never wanted to make it personal, I didn't take it personally. I knew that the healing had affected you so much. So there are so many things that you wanted to process, or you could benefit a lot from your solitude, your alone time. But at the same time, I was treated in a passive aggressive way by others before you. You know what I mean? Especially the people, members of my own soul group. They were feeling something in the inside, but they were not telling me what it is. They just withdraw whenever they are triggered by my power, by my energy, by my healing. They simply withdraw from me and they hold themselves back. You know what I mean? So
Yes.
whenever I try to be I'm a very confrontational person
Yeah.
because my throat chakra is now open.
Mm.
So whatever I want, I don't want to waste time wondering and doubting myself. I just take action, and if I'm rejected, it's not the end of the world.
Yes.
So when I try to approach them in that way, they become so defensive and they just go behind me to do something against me, to just conspire in a very non-human way. So you triggered all of that experience in me. You were just you served me actually as a accelerator of this shadow that I had, this resentment I had within myself because I was not treated equally, not only treated equally, actually I was mistreated by a lot of people that I gave away my heart to. Sometimes they see being nice, they see it as a weakness. They misunderstand you, they doubt you, like they're not open for love. So your love can be misinterpreted in so many ways.
Yeah.
So I said to myself, I had a very beautiful connection with this sister. In fact, I saw through her soul, and it's a very beautiful soul. And I had finally believed for the first time in a long time that I found a friend. I was even grateful to the universe. I found a friend. She's from India. She's very smart. We speak the same language. And then before I know it, you are not responsive. And I didn't want to make it personal at all, because if I make it personal, I will give you an access to my energy fields.
Yeah.
It means that I'm letting someone to harm my feelings,
I
right?
know.
I'm giving my power to
You
others.
shouldn't do that.
Yeah. So I know that I'm at that point in my life where I'm not pleasing others anymore, or feeling guilty of the things that I've never done. Where I grew up in my childhood, I was accused of doing so many things that I never did.
Yeah, me too.
All my life that accusation followed me. I became so defensive. Even at some point, I would be defensive. I would take action before even I was accused, because that's something that I was programmed to expect, being accused. And no one had proved me wrong. This I will end up being accused of having this intention or that intention. I think it's related to with being different. I'm really different and I'm unique.
Being you.
Being you, so it's when you are you that you are actually, you know what I mean?
There's no
What do
mask.
you say about that? Yeah.
That's what I am, and that I haven't seen in anybody. Yes, of course, the one whom I'm dating right now, my guy.
Mm.
Yes, he is. But then I told you, now after him, it's you that I've seen myself, and like being yourself, being the true you. But still, I have this two person in me. I have always communicated with my guy also. It's just that I don't know whom to listen to. One person says this, another person actually acts. So I
Yeah.
do not know who is the right person, inside me. And yeah, this question, the two people were
Can you
communicating
raise your
inside
voice?
my head. Even after the service, I would say after the Reiki service, I had gone through a lot of energy changes. Like I've
Can you
never
raise your
been.
voice so that they can hear you? Your voice?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
So the best new year I had in my life, because I was all alone for the first time. I never enjoyed my company alone ever.
Mm.
But after the service, I would say, like, I was so happy alone, and I enjoyed the best. I had the best new year. And then it's just that I missed you because I can say that also, right? Like,
Yeah.
I had an invitation from my friend's place for a party where I didn't want to go because that was not my vibe. If your energy doesn't match, it's better that you say no. It's fine to say no. Who wants to fall in the well? It's deep. You
Yeah.
don't know to swim. You can't climb a back, so you don't want to fall in the well. It is a well. So the party was like a well. I don't want to fall into it. So I invited Key to my place to stay over. And what happened was that Key is like, "Oh, I love the party. Maybe we should go for the party." And I was like, "No, this is also not my vibe."
Yeah.
I kind of just
Yeah,
back.
I told you I love dancing. I
Yeah,
go to parties, like I would not drink, I would not do anything except just tuning into the music and meeting new people. And I love connecting the dots. So it's a good vibe. A party is a good vibe to get to know people, to approach them, to talk to them. They are a bit vulnerable just because of that vibe. So it's a good place to actually link up with people and just, especially dancing. It's my thing. That's how I heal my body. I dance everywhere, I told you.
I don't know how to
So
manage the situation, seriously.
yeah, but you wanted to be with me at home, and
I don't mind
how
being with
did it?
you at the party also, but the other circle, the other people in the party
Okay,
was like not my vibe. They
it's not you
disturbed me,
comfortable.
people
Okay,
who live with me and the other ones who has
okay.
been here and given me a pity experience. Yeah.
Yeah, but then I said like I would love to come over, snacks, and just a few
Yeah,
conversations.
that was
Just
in the
that.
morning at 7:40, which was already the New Year's over, and I was sleeping by the time. And when I woke up, and I was like, no, no, you didn't come last night, so why are you telling me this? This is too late. And I'm
You
like,
didn't
no,
come last
Anjuma.
night, so I want to punish you
Yeah, no,
by
it's not
not
punishment. Maybe
speaking to you today
if it is
tomorrow.
not what you think.
It's kind of passive aggressive how you went about that
I don't
actually.
know what is
I
passive
don't.
aggressive. I don't know the meaning of it, but I'll tell you, if something that is wrong, I can change. I just want to
Yeah,
know the meaning of it. What is passive aggressive?
it's like when you don't want to communicate your real emotions, whether they are anger or resentment or anything, when you don't want to be honest about that with
That
the
is
other person,
miscommunication.
with another person. No, and then you it's not only that you don't want to communicate it, but you kind
Express.
of want to punish them with that silence. It's like a
Oh,
silence treatment that come up as an insult and punishment.
I
it's
think
it's,
I'm
it's
doing
a
this
kind
to
of
Jen also.
disrespectful. Yeah, yeah, you might. You see, people do it unconsciously. Sometimes they become passive aggressive. It's not still personal, but let's say they have an anger that didn't come out, a trapped anger or a repressed rage. So if you trigger that rage by being honest or by being yourself, what they do is now you are trying to touch that spot where they don't want to go. They feel so vulnerable by you, they just withdraw entirely from you. So when you're wanting to engage in a conversation with them, they only tell you what they want to tell you, and not nothing else. And you can see that, you can feel it more energetically than in their actions. You can send them like five messages about different things, five different things, but then they would say like something like okay or something. If you are in the same space, they tell you that either they are tired or something. They might not speak to you the whole day. That's silent treatment. So it's aggression, it's anger, but it's in a passive way than in a more active,
Cold War.
engaging. It's a cold war. So when I tried to reach you 3 times, you were like, and me being patient with you,
No, I was
you
not
were
trying to
like, I'll get
punish
back to
you.
you. I know.
No, it was just that I didn't know how to respond. I didn't know how to make a decision. I wanted to meet you, and even today morning, right before I wanted to meet you, I gave him a message. I said like I'm going to meet. I said like she gave me you. I sent the screenshot of what you have messaged me, and
Okay.
he saw that and he was like, okay, what do you want to say about this? And I said like I want to meet her. I'm gonna go talk to her. Then he was like, okay, sure. And then okay, fine. Then that's I made the decision because uh, why not I give a chance to meet you and talk to you and make it this moments we are here to this moment.
Okay, so it's not about us, it's just generally about communication. I'm
And I
totally
even lied
convinced
to you that
that.
I went to some other place. I didn't go anywhere. I was lying. I'm sorry.
Okay, but speaking about communication, I think the whole generation is affected by this. They lack communication skill. We don't know how to vocalize our needs. It's all about communicating our needs. If we are friends, I can tell you I don't like when someone does this. So if you love me enough, you will respect that boundary, right? Because there are other times, like other times where you can actually do those things by yourself. You just, if I want you to not do them with me, and if I'm not doing that a power game, it's not, if it's not to minimize you or to mess with your dignity in any way, you will just learn how to live with that. That's called compromising. So I like that in friendship. It's not like, oh, I'm not being treated well, or my expectations are made, so I'm just gonna exit this person's life. But when you are not seen for who you are, and when you are taken for granted, when you're not respected enough in in a relationship, in friendship, whether you are a soul group or anything, it makes you to wonder, right? What am I doing? Everything I'm doing is right. I'm in correspondence to my highest vibration. So why do I take shit? Why do I have to take shit? Like, so when she was not responsive, I thought that she was being disrespectful, and It's all about healing your throat chakra and start speaking your truth, not shying away, because you are the star in your own movie.
Yeah.
No one is more than you in your existence. You just have to know what to say and when to say it and how to say it in a very respectful manner. You just have to learn how to negotiate. It's all about convincing the other person to actually to figure out how to live with you, how to be with you, how to be around you, how to work with you, because it's we are always learning from each other. It's about nothing else but from learning each other, sharing what we have with each other, with a love, whether it's love or whatever. So if I judge you for being in a certain way, for being yourself,
I
and
would love
for
that. I would
if
love
I
that.
judge you for the things that your trauma has made you, I'm misunderstanding you. I'm not seeing you for who you are, because who you are is love, who you are is light. These are the things that you have learned, that society has told you about yourself, that you are unlovable, that you are unworthy, that you have to chase something, you are not enough. You have to prove that you are enough to other people. We have been, all of that crap had been put inside our head, and it programmed us, that it closed our hearts even for unconditional love. So when love is around us, it stresses us. We want to trap it. We want to put it in a box. We want to make it into something. Oh, this person is here with me because they want something from me. This person is here to hurt me. This person is here to teach me. You know. But the purpose of coming together should just be for sharing the love, and for enjoying a beautiful view like this, for valuing each other's essence, right? Yeah. So let's just say we're gonna learn, right, about
Yeah.
how to communicate better. And when we speak from our hearts, I think all of it will disappear, because we wouldn't have to hurt each other, because you will feel my intention. In communication, it's not about words anymore. Communication for me, I'm in that state where I feel the intention behind those words. So maybe you might be intending good and end up saying hurtful things,
Yes.
because you can't decide how someone is going to feel when you say something, when you do something. You can't decide their reaction. It
Yeah.
comes out as it is, and it's not personal. You understand me? um so guys, there's communication gap everywhere. I think every fight, and like, the reason why people feel lost in the world is because they pile up things inside, and they feel like those things are not good enough to come out to the world. They try to hide their talents, and they're just afraid of how things are. You told me that you're not comfortable with people. Why is that? What's that experience that had made you to be closed off to interaction with other people?
Mm, because I kind of had a lot of experiences. So when I meet people, and when I meet people with similar characteristics or behavior with the people whom I've met in the past, so I fear of the same situation. The triggering of the past, the trauma. I fear that the same situation would happen to this. You know,
In this circumstance
yeah, in the
also, like,
circumstance
fear
also.
of the past
Yeah.
repeating
And
itself.
then the person, it's because
Mm.
it's not because of the place, it's because of the person that I meet at the place. So probably I
Mm.
kind of try to avoid that communication, or I fear to talk. And I try. I mean, it's not that I don't like to talk to any people. I like to talk to people if they really connect me, or if they are a good vibe, or if they're like moreover quiet or listening or understanding, or you know
Yeah,
communi-
you have a standard.
commutable.
It's
Yeah.
just you have standard. You're not closed off to communication at
Yes,
all.
yeah, yes, yes. I mean, certain things which I'm not comfortable with, I wouldn't entertain those sort of people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There are certain things that I think is no, I don't want to experience some few things. I don't want to see few things. I don't want to be with few lifestyles, or
Yeah, I
yes.
understand. But something that you mentioned earlier, you talked about rejection. The reason why we don't want to communicate most often, we don't want to communicate our real feelings, is because of fear of rejection.
That's with the beloved ones, probably.
Mm-hmm.
That's with the ones whom you really want to be in your life. So, like, the reason why I didn't want to really say anything that was running inside my heart to you is because I liked you. I didn't want to lose you. But I didn't even understand the fact that you were being hurt. I never thought that you were being hurt. I thought I'm just one of those people whom you deal with. Like you
Yeah.
have many friends like this, or many people whom you know, so this is how you normally deal. I don't know if you were true, or if you were just one of those people who would try to use me.
Oh my goodness, I love your openness and your innocence,
I'm
you know.
sorry.
I'm so glad we worked through this miscommunication. I know that it's gonna happen again.
Yes.
But you know, like something that she said that touched my heart is the reason why she doesn't want to interact with people as often as she should is because she fears that same thing may happen again, you know, with different people, but same things happening again, right? The pattern. So that reminded me of a quote that I know from somewhere. It goes like, people are not afraid of the present moment, they are afraid of the past repeating itself, something like that. It's about fearing the past repeating itself. So if you are that, if you project that fear into the future, you only get what you projected, you know. One thing that we should understand is through the things that we are afraid of, we are already projecting their existence onto the future. So if you are afraid of the past repeating itself, that fear on its own will produce the past, you know, repeating itself. You will repeat your past
You're
just
manifesting
willingly.
it.
You are manifesting it with your mind, with your thought, and with your emotion. So that's like being in the present moment, being in a meditative state, always connecting to your intuition would solve that. Once you are connected to your intuition, you don't have to wonder about anything. You are in the present moment, you are involved. Your every each and every one of your sensation is working. So that's one way of being immersed in the present moment and just losing yourself in it. I would say losing yourself because it's too vast, it's extended, you know. You are tapping into different energies, different areas of the world, communicating with other entities in different galaxies. There is limitless the things that you can do, that you can experience when you are in the present moment, and when you embrace your uniqueness is endless. So that's why even it makes it to succeed very easy, like staying connected to your true self, because then you'll find your divine talents and gifts, and you wouldn't have to work for them. You just have to remember them and just support them with some basic practice. So guys, it's this episode is particularly about communication. If you are not communicating with your loved ones, if you're not communicating with people who work with you, if you're not communicating with your children or with your spouse, if you don't find an opinion for how you feel and even trust yourself with actually vocalizing those feelings and those needs to others, it's gonna help creating a harmonious world. Yeah, it's going to create having a balanced life. When
Yep.
you feel supported, when you emotionally and psychologically feel supported by someone who cares about you, when you let yourself be loved, when you let yourself, you know, be seen, when you become vulnerable, there's more blessing and happiness to it than when we are fearful and closed off, you know. um
And practicing the art of understanding the intuition,
yeah,
or is it just triggering trauma? I don't
yeah.
know. What am I, what, how to listen to, and what is the intuition, and what is just triggering of trauma, and how to segregate that and just listen to the intuitions. Like, is it
Yeah.
through meditation, or is it through pranayama? I don't know. I'm just, or through
There are,
experiences, or just dissolving into whatever I'm going through. I mean,
yeah, it's like more of an ego death. It's actually
is it
a weird experience. Yeah, yeah.
to
I mean,
dissolve
when
and
to dissolve and to become one with everything. It's not like to stop being individual. All you she's losing right now is the things that you thought you were. The person that you thought you were is not real. That's how it starts. It breaks off your illusion. When you come into the present moment, the first thing that it breaks off is your illusion of being somebody or nobody. You never seen yourself for who you are because of your programming.
yes.
Each and every one of us are out of the way into the chaos for how far as we can go. But now, like, it's like I feel like we're being called to come home more than any time in the history of mankind. I feel like the energy is now.
Yes, I can see people popping up,
Yeah.
but I need more. There should be
Yes,
a great revolution happening. Yeah, it's not even 4% that I could witness right now out of 100. I think at least 40%, I would have been
I love
happy.
that. I love that. But how do you say we can make that happen if we're not communicating with each other? You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
Like
that's one
I
big
was this close.
question.
I was this close to giving up on you. You know what I mean? Just because of our communication gap, but because we loved each other so much and our friendship was meant to be, we came here, we talked about it, and we worked it out. But how many people do that? This thing that we just did, like working out your miscommunication. How many people care about working out their miscommunication? They would rather just give up because there are billions of people in the world. If I'm not doing it with you, I can do it with other people. So in that sense, our multiplication shouldn't make us significant, just because there are billions of people in the world. That doesn't mean there's
I,
anyone like you.
I don't think so.
There is no one like you. You're unique. And that just shouldn't I shouldn't compare you with anyone in my life. I just have to take you for you and be there for you when I can, when I have the time, when I have the energy. So that's why I'm focusing on communication. Like, nothing comes as perfect. Nothing is perfect when it starts. No new life is perfect, no new relationship is perfect, no one is perfect. You just have to start somewhere and you continue on building that. That's how I think.
Yeah, the transparency.
Yeah, being transparent, being honest. Yeah, so guys, I hope you enjoyed the conversation between me and my soulmate, Andrew. I hope you enjoyed us, and I will get back to you with the next video. It's now evening time.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rastafari. I love you so much. Selassie.